Alright, we're doing the tier list after we had this crazy ass ban list. Let's go. ABC, playable. Emancipator, poo poo. Haha, he didn't get Block Dragon back. Uh, I'm actually really happy about that. I have suffered through playing against this deck long enough. Adventure, it's an engine, but at this point, Adventure good stuff is just a deck. Like, it's actually just a good deck. You could just be like, oh, Adventure package, Dragoon package, Destroyer package, just regular, just good stuff. Maybe good stuff is a little bit too much. I'm actually going to put it in playable for now with potential to move up. Arcana Force, bad. Not even bad enough to be in the poo-poo tier. Almost went away from the page by accident. Oopsie doopsie. Cyber Dragon. Going in poo. It's bad. Rose as an archetype and as an engine. Bad. Blackwing, playable. Branded's good. Branded hasn't really lost too much. It has some pretty good shenanigans. Plus, you can play Branded with Dragoon now, which is also kind of awesome. Nordics, definitely bad. Uh, Chaos Max Turbo, at this point, I'm actually going to put in poo-poo. Sorry, Blue Eyes players. It's not happening. If you're playing, even if you're playing, like, the Negate Magic version of the deck, I don't know, it's just poo-poo. It's not there. I'm sorry, guys. Bysteel is an engine. Definitely not, like, its own archetype or anything, because pretty much just a splashable engine. Ancient Gear is definitely playable. It can come out in Poppy 1 as like a weird going second rogue deck. Somebody actually played this against me when I was playing Tenpei, and I was just like, oh, I cannot activate monster effects during the battle phase, you say. All your monsters do piercing, you say. Centurion, playable. Didn't really see too much of this outside of gold and low platinum. This deck, I haven't really seen it all on diamond, which is pretty funny. Aliens, definitely bad. Buster Blader Turbo, bad. Uh, Bujin, bad. Danger Dark World, because they're pretty much always together, but like Danger Dark World spam playable. It's okay. DDT basically makes old Emancipator board. There's just better stuff you could be playing than DDT at this point. The deck is good enough. I just feel like everything else is crazier than it. So much so to the point where I'm actually going to put this in playable. I'm going to put it under. I'm going to put it under Adventure Good Stuff because I just rather play like Adventure and Dragoon and Friends at this point, or Centurion and go into Crimson Dragon and just drop my huge Omni Negate on the board. Yeah, DDD is just not as viable as an option as it was. Uh, I've seen so many people playing Chimera. I've seen this deck in gold. I've seen this deck in platinum. I've seen this deck in diamond. Okay, just I haven't really been losing to it, but it's got to be winning if people are ranking up with it. And I'm seeing every single rank. Dark Magician. Dark Magician is going to be probably king of the poo-poo tier thanks to Toy Box. It actually makes the deck like kind of fast, but at the same time it's still Dark Magician. D Heroes. I'm only putting D heroes in playable because of Darklaw. Like, if you're running heroes or D heroes, go into Darklaw and just like laugh at your opponent. Darklaw is a very good card right now. Burning Abyss, Phantom Knight, Adventure, good stuff, is playable at this point. It's not super great. I'll put you back here with the D heroes. Put you ahead of the D heroes though. Dragon Maid, even Dragon Maid branded, can't keep up right now. Altergeist. Yeah, you can play Altergeist. Crystal Beast. Dark Lords. Dinos. Put you all right there. I'm actually gonna do this, which that's a little shocking, honestly, but let's go. Rocket Link. Welcome back to playable, my friend. You actually can do things now that you have just more options with cards off the ban list. Not any of your cards, but cards you can use. I actually ran into Rocket Link in Diamond for the first couple of times in a very long time. It was very interesting. Endymion still does Endymion things. Ancient Warriors, bad. Despia is more of an engine right now, and the only cards in Despia that you actually are going to play are just like the one Alubar, sometimes maybe splash in like the field spell, or the one that searches. But it's more of an engine at this point. Crusadia engine, very, very good engine. Drytron Herald, you're really not going to see this at this point anymore. It's just run voiceless, honestly. Evil Eye, Evil Swarm. These are going to the poo-poo tier. Golden Boy. Fire King. Fire King's going great, and it has potential to move up, but it's going great for now. This is probably one of the better decks of the format still. Exodia. Exodia is bad right now, and it's pretty much bad in most formats. That's all I can really tell you. Flu is bad, and I actually have to put Flu on the list because I saw someone playing Flu in gold. It was really weird. I was like, what year is it? What format is it? Aramage. Sure, you can go right there, yes. Exo Sisters. Playable. I'll put you right there. The Fairy Tale cards, if you ever use them, the only one you're going to be using is Snow, and it's going to be pretty much a meme at this point. Snow is our first meme victim. Like, this is the only card you ever see in this archetype being used. Like, at one point, maybe one person used Luna, and that was about it. Ballpark. It's bad right now. Infernity, also bad. Gem Knight, and Gem Knight FTK and Friends, bad. Galaxy. Bad. Generator. Bad. Viper. Bad. We already covered Drytron because that's pretty much goes hand in hand. Cyber Angel and Drytron. Menju.deck. Not really super great right now. You could still like play it if you wanted to, but I don't really think you get many wins with it. Gold Pride's more of an engine. You'll see Gold Pride Punk a lot. Well, not a lot anymore, but still like enough. Dynamorphia and Dinosaurs kind of go together. If you see them, they're being played together anyway. So that can go up in playable. Goki, bad right now. Ghost Tricks are bad right now. Gladiator's bad right now. Anti-meta, which I choose Necro Valley to represent, because this is one of the best anti-meta cards that's actually still legal in the game. I'll put anti-meta under Exo Sisters. Infernoids. I was able to get the diamond playing this deck and Tenpei. I played both of them about the same amount. Man, this is a hard one because this deck, you pretty much have to play the 60 card variant. You can hella brick sometimes. When it works, and you just have outs to just everything. But it is not very consistent. It is somewhat easy to out. I'm going to put it just ahead of... No, because if I was playing against anti-meta with Infernoids and my opponent just like summoned Dyna or summoned... Or even played Necro Valley, I can't banish from the grave to my guys. The deck is just dead. Plus you auto-lose to Shifter. I'm going to put it behind anti-meta, actually, in playable. But you can play it. Heroes. I'll put Heroes right behind Dinosaurs. Once again, Dark Cloud is a great card. Heroes have a lot of searchability, a lot of combos. They can get to it easily. Heroes. Horus Engine, very good. Even better with the Gimmick Puppets running around right now. Invoked Engine, meh. Kaijus. You don't even see Kaijus that much right now. You're not even going to see the occasional Gamma Seal splashed in. Cosmo, definitely bad. Put Cosmo right there. At Ignister, you can still make that 5,000 attack on anythingable. It can easily be beaten over by bigger decks, but I think Ad Ignister can be up there and close to the top of playable because that deck just so consistently can make that 5,000 attack unaffected card. Kashtira. I'll put it up in playable. It's not the best or the worst, and you'll still occasionally see Cash. The Ishizu engine's pretty much dead because most of the stuff, if not like all of it's banned at this point. So, Evil Heroes, pretty bad. Generic Cyverse deck. Cyverse and Friends, I'm actually going to put at the end of good. So that's like your generic like Cyverse Math Mech decks. My buddy Gate Guardian is in the crapper right now, unfortunately. Lunalights and Tri-Brigade and Friends. Lunalite Tri can be the bottom of playable with like the generic Tri variants. Uh, for hire, for poo tear. Uh, ice barrier, ice jade, and friends. I'll put you right above hero. You belong right there. Inzector. Blue tier. Madolche, playable. If I'm gonna put Destiny Heroes as playable, mainly because of Masked Hero, I have to put Madolche's at least in playable. It's the neck's okay. I'm actually gonna do this. Yeah, that feels better. We already covered Ice Jade when we covered Ice Barrier. You're gonna see them together if you see Ice Jade monsters. Manadium. Put right there, actually. I'll put them under Chimera, but they can be unplayable. The deck's still pretty decent, honestly. Uh, Lock. Yeah, no, that's just bad. Labyrinth. Labyrinth is still good. Labyrinth is still doing things. It's Labyrinth. It's just the same as it ever was. Novelles, bad. Here, let's just scoop a lot of the poop up real quick. Bad. Engine. Tri Brigade. We already covered that. I'm just gonna put everything we tried there. Artifact Engine's pretty bad right now. Chainburn can go next to Exodia. They're both solitaire decks. Crawler, bad. Nemalaria, bad. Paleo, bad. I actually saw so many people playing Paleo in gold. That is why you're in gold. You're playing Paleo. Already covered Math Mech and Friends. Memento is bad right now. Eventually it'll get the support and it'll be good. But for now it's bad. Musket, bad. Mayakashi, like pure Mayakashi zombie variant, actually bad right now. Zombie World, I even got around Zombie World because somebody actually played Zombie World against me when I was playing Tenpei, and I still managed to get around it. Marinsis, at this point, I actually think it's bad. You know what? I'm actually going to move Tri Brigade down too. And I'm going to move D Hero down. Even with Dark Blood, just play heroes. You have no reason to play D Heroes. Just play heroes. Magic Specters are also very bad right now. They're just too slow to keep up. The helmet is not helmety enough. Ogotic, bad right now. Monarchs are bad right now. Ritual Beast. Ritual Beast are doing great things right now. You can be up there in great decks, buddy. Never thought I would say that in this time, but here we are. Life Twin Sprite. I'll put them in bad, actually. And you know what? I'm actually going to move Altergeist down. Madolche down. I'm actually going to move ABC down because at this point, ABC having a 1 ban, it's too slow. Way too slow. I could just play Exo Sister and get a once per turn banish that's better. And a monster that's even easier to summon. Yeah, ABC is going to be in poo-poo. I think that's actually good to move it down. Raid Raptors, poo-poo. Either they make the unaffected card or they don't. If you stop it, they lose. Generic zombie variants, that's also going to be in poo. Mayakashi, playable. Deck's really annoying right now. Not Mayakashi, sorry, Minkonko. Mayakashi zombies. Minkonko, still pretty annoying. Numeron, just play Minkonko at this point. Numeron's too easy to out. Welcome to Poo Poo Tier Numeron. Orchest. Deck is very playable right now. It's actually going to be the king of playable tier. It can be a little bit slow, but having Nightmare at 3 has helped it a lot. Having Nightmare Mermaid and Nightmare Goblin at 3 has helped it a lot. Orchest has also gotten back Eve. They've gotten back just pretty much everything the deck could want. It's insanely playable. I don't know if it's going to be in good yet. I would need to see some tournament results. If you're watching this after I post the video and Orchest has had tournament results, you can move Orchest up to the good tier. But for now, I'm going to cautiously put it in playable as the king of playable. But I had more trouble against Orchest than I did against Centurion. And that was very interesting. Oh, Machine Toolbox is also pretty dead right now. The entire engine. Pearly. I feel like if I'm going to put these in playable, Pearly should be in playable. I feel like that's a good spot for Pearly. The Naturia deck, engine, whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to put it in poo-poo. It can just have a spot. Spiral can too. So can S-Force. So can Scrap. Runic. Even Runic Stun right now is still bad. That can go in there. So can Skull Servants. So can Prank Kids. Deck's still bad. Melfi's still bad. Metal Foe's still bad. Mutant's still bad. Plunder Patrol, this deck is bad, and every time I put it in the poo-poo list, somebody says, no, it's not. Sorry, the deck's bad. Why have I never seen this deck outside of Gold being played? Answer me that. Red Eyes, still bad, even with Dragoon. Rika, this deck is bad. It just is. Sorry, Rika players, but it's bad. Salad, probably the worst variant of Cyverse right now. I'm actually going to put Salad up in the king of the poo-poo tier. Rather plain Demian. Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace can go up next to Labyrinth, actually, and the good decks. It's pretty good. Resignator. Yeah, I'm actually going to put Resignator in poo-poo. Sky Striker, it's too slow at this point. Welcome to the poo-poo tier, Sky Striker. Super Heavy Samurai, you could play it. You can still generate decent enough board. I'll put it up here and playable. Predaplant, it's more of an engine. If anything, it's just splashable. The archetype itself, bad. Rockets, we already covered like Dragon Link. If you're playing Rockets, you're probably playing Dragon Link. Scareclaw. Scareclaw right here by Mana DM under Chimera. That's a go-okay place for it. Zombies are bad right now. Smorg's bad right now. Six Samurai's bad right now. Speedroid's bad. Spellbook's bad. Sprite bad. Even being at like most of its power, it's still just not that good. Spiral, bad. Constellar, bad. Subterror is bad, even though I love Guru. True Draco. Welcome back to Playable tier. You got your Ace Monster back. You're still only unplayable because the deck is slow. You're probably not really going to see many people running this. It's okay, I guess. Toon World. Tunes are bad. Trains as an engine right now, and just trains in general, bad. Already covered Trap Gauge. Shadal, bad. Spring Ends as an archetype, bad. Stardust as an archetype, bad. Super Quanto, bad. Tier Element. It's playable. I've seen some people still playing Tier. Well, actually, I'm put there. I'd rather play Minkonko than Tier at this point. Snake Eyes variants are still okay. They got that new card. They just got the other witch. It's not horrible. I think Tenpei is the best deck of the format still. This deck's just insane. Vanquish, I'd say bad right now. Rescue Ace, bad right now. Already covered Zombies a million times. Veronica, bad right now. Unchained, I feel like Unchained is actually better as an engine, and I feel like Unchained is one of the best engines in the game right now. This, I've just occasionally seen the Unchained engine splashed in things like YuGiOh, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I dig it. Pendulums, the state of Pendulum right now is eh. I actually think I don't have Melodious on the list. If I had Melodious on the list, I'd actually probably put them at the ass end of good or the top of playable. Pendulums just reminded me about that. So that's where I put them. If I had them. Yubel. I'm actually going to go as far to say this. Tenpei, then Fire King, and then Yubel, and then Ritual Beast. I feel like that's better. You can play Voiceless. It's fallen off at this point. It's not going to be, like, horrible, but... We covered that. Ragnarika, even as an engine right now, is horrible. Tenyi, you'd be playing that with Sword Soul. Sword Soul Tenyi at this point, I feel like it's actually really going to be slow. I'd rather even play Noids at this point. I'm actually going to put Sword Soul in the poo-poo tier. Welcome to poo-poo tier Sword Soul. Wow, that is something I did not think I would ever have to say. Tenyi, join your buddy Sword Soul over in poo-poo tier. Harsh list, but is a harsh format. Witchcrafter, even with White Forest, still bad. White Forest itself, it's an engine. It's a phenomenal engine. People are figuring out how to use it right now. White Forest toy, I've actually seen in Diamond a couple of times. White Forest is just an engine. It's a phenomenal engine. It is only going to get better with time, and you'll see more variants. Once we get Azuma, you'll probably see people playing a lot of White Forest Azuma. It is a good engine. It will only get better with time. Yangzing bad. World Chalice bad. I think we already covered that, but bad. Bad. Zeus Turbo still bad. Already covered those. Bad. 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 Thunder Dragon. Stop your opponent from adding cards to hand. I'll put it under True Draco. Time Lord, Poo Poo, Trickstar, still Poo Poo. Trap Tricks, welcome to Poo Poo tier. Deck's terrible right now. VW, Poo Poo tier. Starfrost, unless it's Starfrost like more of an engine at this point, so it's kind of like a bad one. Just play like the Scareclaw engine. Bad. Watt, Wind Up, Bylon, BWXYZ, Volcanic, UA, all of you, welcome to Poo Poo tier. That's our tier list, you guys. Bam, 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 bam. The meta is very competitive this season. You're probably going to be running into one of these three decks in ranked. You're either going to see Tenpei, YuGiOh, or Fire King. Sometimes you will see Ritual Beast. Sometimes you will see Branded. Sometimes you will see Cyverse, and sometimes you will see. I actually feel like I see, just based on representation, I'm gonna do this. You will see Fire King or Fire King Snake Eyes, or just Snake Eyes by itself, or Rescue Snake Eyes. It's a lot of Snake Eyes. But yeah, that is your December 2024 tier list. Did I cook? Did I burn the kitchen down? I don't know. But before I let you guys go, instead of a sponsor this month, I just wanted to say I have a GoFundMe down below for Family Diabetes Resource Center of Central Texas. They are good people doing good things for families. Their main goal is to help families who don't have money for diabetes supplies to be able to afford their diabetes supplies. They mainly help families with kids. It's for a really good cause. I'm going to have their website and their current GoFundMe down below. If you want to do something nice for some random family this month, check out Family Diabetes Resource Center of Central Texas. Link down below. Bye bye.